Happy Sunday. Sunday is both the best and the worst day of the week for me. I absolutely love a good Sunday morning. I love an early morning coffee and a book and knowing that it is Sunday and you get to just chill out. I thought I would take you along on a little bit of a random Sunday. Normally every Sunday I go and I write with my friend, but every once in a while one of us cancels, life gets in the way, and today I find myself having a completely free Sunday. I work a full-time job Monday to Friday, and I feel like most of us who work a job like that can relate to the feeling of the Sunday Scaries. I am not immune to letting my Monday rob my Sunday. And one of the ways that I combat that is I actually do go and write. And I think that writing every Sunday has been such a wonderful way to do something just for me before the week starts. And it's a commitment because it is a chunk of my day that I give up every single week. But when I find myself with a random Sunday off, it feels quite exhilarating. Normally I would still try to get some writing in because it really helps keeping the Sunday Scaries at bay. However, I was up quite late last night watching the second season of Bridgerton, and so I don't know if I'm up for it today. I'm feeling just a come what may Sunday. I'm feeling like just letting my Sunday unfold however it would like to. What is on the agenda today? The first thing that I'm gonna do is I am going to set up my weekly spreads for this coming week in my bullet journal. I have a bullet journal. I don't really talk about it because there are amazing bullet journal accounts that you can follow that help you with setup and kind of what a bullet journal is. I use my bullet journal in a little bit of a non-traditional sense. This is both my day planner and my personal diary. So what I often do is I will set up my weekly spreads with enough room to kind of journal every single day in it. I'll have a weekly spread that has a to-do list, and then I will set up every day with a little bit of fun designs and stickers and something to encourage myself to write out my feelings every single day. It's also just a place where I keep my to-do lists, my personal goals. It's kind of like a one-stop shop for all things planning and writing and all that jazz. So normally I set it up on Friday, but I didn't have time this week, so I'm gonna do that now. I'm going to use some of my many stickers that I have. I picked up this sticker book a while ago from a local bookstore, and it has a bunch of floral designs, and I think I might keep that as my theme. But I will show you setting it up just so that you can see, but I am in no way an expert, and this is kind of a non-traditional sense of a bullet journal. After that, I think, so that I'm still doing something that has to do with writing, I am going to set up a little mini mood board for my second book in the series that I'm writing. I printed out a bunch of images before I moved, and I have yet to put them up anywhere, and I don't really know where I'm gonna put them up. I'll probably put them in our bedroom, but it's just a nice little mood board to take a look at to kind of get the feel for the story before I sit down and write, or it's actually also just really inspiring to look at every single day. And then I think we'll probably go on a nice long walk, maybe hit up a bookstore and make a cozy dinner and curl up and watch a scary movie. I think the scary movie that is on the agenda for tonight is called The Tunnel. I know nothing about it, it's Tom's choice, so we will see. So wherever you are, I hope you are cozy. I hope you have a hot cup of coffee and you are ready to spend a very cozy Sunday with me, not being scared for the week ahead, just getting lost in the day that is Sunday, the most beautiful day of the week.
It goes round and round. ground. It's a dizzying day. I would give a lot to get away. It's getting real dark in here. Feels like I've been here 1,000 years. Could you bring some light to me? Or just sit beside me and never leave? I got the curtains up. I guess it would be nice if you could interrupt. It's a day like this. It's a day I really would have missed. It's getting real dark in here. Feels like I've been here 1,000 years. Could you bring some light to me? Or just sit beside me and never leave? It's getting real dark in here. Feels like I've been here 1,000 years. Could you bring some light to me? Or just sit beside me and never leave?
So the whole time that I was doing this, I was comparing the mood board that I did for my first book and this one. And it's so interesting to me, the difference. I used some of the same images, but this one, I don't know, it just feels so much warmer. Like, it's very warm. There's a lot more magic elements in this. It's also a little bit more insidious, I think, because this book is a little bit darker. So interesting. Okay, I'll show you the first mood board. So this is for the first book, and there's just a lot more going on here. You can kind of see the similar images that I used, but also there's a lot more war and kind of historical elements. One day I think I will put my first book mood board back up, but for now these images are good. Makes me want to just sit down and write. It's gonna be so good. Another thing that I use the mood board for is I actually, sometimes a picture will actually be a scene from the book or something like that. So really quick, just to show you the first book, this right here is actually a scene in my book. And so is this. Actually, and so is this. There's a lot that kind of reflect real scenes that happen. Some of these are just like feelings and the kind of vibe. But like this is actually a scene that I've written. I don't know if that makes any sense. This guy's about to lay on it. I realized that I have two of the same image. Tom came in and pointed it out, so I switched it out. But my book is kind of a World War I inspired fantasy with elemental magic, in case none of that picked up. But that's kind of why there's soldiers and more war imagery, because it's very much World War I. So there's a lot. It's actually the Eastern Front of World War I. So there is a lot of war that happens and a lot of trench war. I'm excited. It looks good. It has been so long since I've gone to a bookstore and just kind of looked around and like purchased books without looking them up first. Normally I feel like I go into a bookstore and I know what book I want to get, or I usually pick up books that I've heard about, or I don't know. It's just been a long time since I've just kind of picked two books at random. So I'm really excited about that. I want to talk very briefly about the two books that I picked up. The first one is Still Life by Sarah Winman. I read A Year of Marvelous Ways years and years ago. And I've also read When God Was a Rabbit. And I really just like her writing a lot. And this is a historical story. It's actually funny. Both the books that I picked up are historical, and they're both kind of surrounding war, I think, which is so random, but also very much on par with everything that I like. So it's just random that that's what it is. I honestly just picked this book up because the cover is so beautiful. So it's set in Tuscany, 1944, and an English soldier, Ulysses Temper, finds himself in the wine cellar of an abandoned villa. There he has a chance encounter with Evelyn Skinner, a middle-aged art historian who has come to Italy to salvage paintings from the ruins and recall long-forgotten memories of her youth. In each other, Ulysses and Evelyn find a kindred spirit amidst the rubble of war-torn Italy, and set off a course of events that will shape Ulysses' life for the next 4 decades. So, I'm very excited to read that. Honestly, I don't know why I picked this one up. I just was like drawn to it. It was just kind of like on display. I have never read anything from Maggie Shipstead. I actually don't know her writing at all, but the clerk at the store was telling me that her other book is really, really good. Seating Arrangements, apparently, is the name of the other book. So this is also historical fiction, and it's actually set in the early 20th century, 1914, and it is about a young girl who wants to become a pilot, It follows two characters. One is a young girl who wants to become a pilot, and then the other is a young actress who is playing the pilot in a movie over a century later. I had to take the toy away. If you could hear that in the background, I'm really sorry. I will give it back, but yeah, it looks really good. I have splurged quite a bit on books recently. Actually, I was at a bookstore yesterday and I picked up Atomic Anna. Rachel Barenbaum wrote a Bend in the Stars, which I really liked. And that was like a historical book set in Russia during the revolution, I believe. Anyway, it was really good. It was like a fun light read. So I have a lot of options for summer reading and I'm so excited. I'm still reading Sarah J. Maas's series. I'm on The Queen of Shadows. I'm about halfway through and I'm actually going to continue reading it today. I'm still really loving it. I think I'm aware of how long this book series is, and I'm aware that when I'm done with it, I'm going to want to read something completely different. And so I feel like these books are going to be perfect for that. I'm really looking forward to it. So now I am going to do a tiny little bit of a meal prep. Today I think I'm going to make a berry crumble for the next few days of breakfast. I think that that's going to be delicious. She found another toy and I think that while that is cooking, I'm gonna put on dinner already. I am craving a big hearty bowl of chili, and we went to the grocery store to pick up some fixins for it, so I think I'm just gonna put that on and let it like bubble away all afternoon and curl up and read, because my biggest thing about the Sunday Scaries is to just let yourself relax. Not let yourself relax, force yourself to relax. And the best way for me to relax is to read, because it gets me out of my head and into a completely different story. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the foreseeable future until at least dinner time, and it's going to be great. But first, I'm going to do a tiny meal prep and make a delicious berry crumble and put on some chili.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gonna tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give. Today is a good